Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. I have a cup of tea and I have my whale plushie, and today I thought we would just sit, chill and do a little life update, just a real chill video so I could catch you guys up on what's been happening in my life. I really wanted to make this video so I could just talk to you guys about like how my mental health has been recently, and I wanted to talk about how my therapy has been going recently, because I've been doing something completely new recently and I've been seeing a therapist over Zoom every week, and this is something that I've not done before. I've done a little bit of CBT in the past, like cognitive behavioral therapy, and I've had a couple of sessions with a counsellor when I was a teenager. 100% would not recommend, by the way. And this time I've been trying something different. I've actually been paying for a therapist, and I wanted to chat and tell you guys about how that's been going. So just to give you guys a bit of a backstory and a very brief history. All my life that I can remember, I've had emetophobia, which is a phobia of being sick or someone being sick around me. Sounds ridiculous, actually surprisingly common. I think like 10% of the population have emetophobia, and it's really difficult to treat as well. That causes a lot of problems for me in my day-to-day life because I anticipate it all the time. I worry that it's going to happen, even though it very rarely happens. I spend a lot of my time thinking that it will. So because of that, I struggle with a lot of anxiety day to day. And back in May, things kind of came to a bit of a head where I just became completely burnt out. I could barely function normally. I could hardly go out the house. Things were just, I just wasn't in a good place at all. I ended up taking 7 weeks off of work. So during the time that I was off work, I obviously went through like doctors, medication, refer you on to blah and blah. I had a session with the consultant psychiatrist through Community Mental Health, which is where I actually got my provisional autism diagnosis, because during that time I was off work, I was like, actually, I think that I might be autistic and I think I need to revisit this because I am struggling. So then I got my diagnosis, which was great, but the NHS kind of just like, it just didn't really go anywhere. I was referred to like CBT services, and I was told that in order to have face-to-face CBT it would be a 6-month wait. I went back to work, so I went back to work and I was still struggling because nothing really had changed. Apart from that, maybe I'd recharged a little bit and got a bit more energy back. And I was able to ask my work for some accommodations for my autism, so that was good. I'm rambling a lot. And then a close friend of mine had been struggling with her mental health as well, and she had been seeing a therapist who was really helping her a lot. She was struggling with depression and she'd seen so many improvements over the time that she'd been having this therapy. So I actually gave in and I thought, okay, let's give this a try. I mean, I had to do something. I was at the point where I just didn't feel like myself anymore. I felt like my whole being was just my anxious self, and that fun, curious, interesting person was just gone. So I contacted the therapist and arranged a first session with her. I think that just knowing that I was doing something proactive to make myself better was helpful, so that was really good. I instantly felt better. The way she explained the therapy to me and how it would work, it kind of made sense as well, so I felt hopeful. And the therapy that I've been having is called solution-focused hypnotherapy. So it involves understanding how the brain works to create anxiety and other problems as well, and how to undo that to train your brain to work in your favor. So people automatically think like when you're having hypnotherapy that someone's going to be like taking control of your brain and making you do things without you even realizing. That's not true at all. Basically, all I do is I listen to a relaxation MP3 every night at bedtime. So it's like a guided relaxation that I listen to as I go to sleep. Every day I write down in a notebook positive things that have happened, whether they're big things or small things. So big thing like got a personal best at the gym, or it could be a small thing like I put my makeup on today and it felt nice. So it can be any positive thing. And then during the sessions we talk about all these positive things that have happened during the week and what they represent, what they mean, and how to then go forward into the next week with those things. And to finish off, we do some more guided meditation, so like a relaxation session. Helps all the things that you've just talked about to kind of sink into your brain. So how has it helped me? I have definitely been having better quality sleep. I'm a good sleeper as it is, so I can sleep perfectly fine, but I've been waking up feeling more refreshed. Certainly in the beginning of the therapy, I was waking up feeling much more refreshed. So I felt like I was getting a better quality sleep, which was really nice. Slowly over the week, I've been feeling more relaxed, less anxious, and more like my normal happy self again, which is great because you get scared that the old you is dead and gone, and now you're like this anxious shell of a person, but actually that's not true. You're in there somewhere. It's just that anxious part of your brain. In our sessions we call it like the primitive part of your brain, so it's like that primitive part of your brain which is scared is just taking over all the time, but now we're kind of dampening it down, and that happy side of myself has kind of come back out again. So something that I've realized in my sessions is that I'm a very solution focused person. So I've been sort of experiencing some positive moments and writing those down and realizing what made those moments positive, realizing that I can kind of turn situations to work more in my favor. For example, I've been having a lot of anxiety when I've been driving, but I've kind of worked out if I keep a plushie in my car and listen to my music or listen to a podcast, for example, it takes something that would normally cause me anxiety and I'm trying to make it work better for me and be more enjoyable. Same with other day-to-day tasks as well, like cooking dinner, for example. Not something I love to do, it's a chore, it has to be done. But if I put on some TV or listen to some music again and I make myself a nice cocktail or something, then it can be quite a nice, enjoyable experience after all. And I feel really happy that I've managed to kind of learn that about myself, because I think that's quite a valuable skill. So I don't want to say completely that like things are 100% better and they're great now and I don't have my phobia anymore, because that's not true at all. I'm still finding things difficult. I still have my panicky moments, but what feels really nice now is that I feel so much more resilient to those moments. Pre-therapy, these moments would come along, they would consume me and they would floor me, and I would feel like I was useless, like I was rubbish, that I couldn't deal with anything, life was over, life was awful. And now I can have a panic attack, and then once it's gone, yeah, I'll probably feel rubbish for a bit afterwards, like I'll feel tired and exhausted and meh, but I can still carry on. So they're just like blips in time now. So good, so good. I haven't needed to take any of my anti-anxiety medication for more than 3 weeks, probably about a month or so. Oh my god, I've only just realised that. That's incredible. Like, considering that not that long ago I couldn't even leave the house without taking anti-anxiety medication, that's good. So it certainly feels great to be heading in the right direction. I feel like life is a bit more manageable now, which is amazing. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know if this alone is going to help me shake off this phobia completely, but I would like to feel that I could get into a place in my life where I wasn't consumed by it all the time and thinking about it all the time. I was able to live a normal life, maybe feel a bit anxious about it when I was in that moment, and then just move on from it when that moment was over without dwelling on it too much. That would be great. What is interesting that I've noticed in the last couple of weeks as I've been going along is that sometimes I feel that anxious part of my brain trying to fight back a little bit. It's very, very weird. Like, you can actually sort of feel this side of your brain kind of trying to take back over, but it's not. I'm just like, yep, you're there. I hear you, but I'm not going to listen to that. At the beginning of the sessions, it was really hard to think of like positive things to write down. And I might have like 2 or 3 positive moments in a day that I've kind of noticed, and I really wanted to write down those negative moments. So I could have written down, oh, I went to the gym, that was a positive thing, but I also had a panic attack, and I really wanted to write that down, but we don't need to give that power. We just ignore it. Like, we don't ignore it, we acknowledge that it's happened, but we don't give it importance, because then it has more power if you give it all that importance. So we're trying to focus and give power to the positives, and now I've been doing it more. The positives are much easier to come by, which is lovely. Hey bro.
What you doing?
I'm filming a video. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I have no idea what I was talking about now. This is actually quite a nice cup of tea. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed hearing about my positive life update. Things are heading in the right direction, that's for sure. So I feel very good about the future currently, which is a really nice feeling. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate it so much. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.